The village of Isoko was a small village on top of the Isoko mountain. For many generations, the villagers of Isoko had been living on that mountain, and they barely made contact with the other villages that lived at the foot of the mountain. Aside from being a village on a mountain, Isoko village was popularly known for its abundance of food, fruits, animals, and so much more. It was almost like the gods had specially blessed Isoko village, making it stand out amongst the other villages. Because of this abundance, many villagers from the foot of Isoko mountain would travel for days just to buy foodstuff, fabrics, and other things at a cheap price from Isoko village. Even though Isoko villagers were not very open to interacting with other villagers, they were open to selling their wares to the other villages. The only thing was that the Isoko market was only open to outsiders during the day and never at night. According to the tradition of Isoko village, only the indigenes of Isoko were allowed to go to the night market. It was believed that the ancestors of Isoko villagers used the night market as a medium to communicate with their loved ones and also bless them. Hence, it was taboo for outsiders to go to the Isoko market at night. In one of the villages at the foot of the mountain, there was a young girl named Enola. Enola was the only child of her parents, and they lived in a small house. Enola's parents were very poor, and they often did odd jobs just to survive. When Enola turned 10 years old, she would join her mother in washing clothes for other people and assist her father whenever he was paid to clear farmlands for people. From that very young age, Enola learned how to become independent, and sometimes, if her parents could not afford to take care of her needs, she would take care of them herself. Unlike other children in her village who attended their local primary school, Enola did not go to school. It wasn't like Enola's parents could not afford to send Enola to school with the other children. They could, but the problem was that Enola did not like school. In fact, Enola preferred to work hard and make money instead of going to school. She believed that sitting for hours in a classroom without earning money was a waste of time. When Enola was 15 years old, her mother called her one night and tried to convince her to go back to school. "Enola, my beloved daughter," her mother called her. "Yes, Mama," Enola responded. "Before I say what I want to say, I want to thank you for being an incredible support system to your father and me. You have made life so easy for us, and I can't even count all you have done to help us." Enola's mother said, "Mama, you're welcome, but you don't need to thank me. You and Papa have been good parents, and I thank you both for allowing me to pursue what I like." Enola said excitedly, Enola, the reason I asked to see you privately is because of what you just said." Enola's mother said, "My daughter, every parent's desire and happiness is to see their children educated. In my time, only the rich men's children attended school. But now, times have changed. Why don't you continue with your education?" Enola's mother said in a concerned tone, "Mama, we have had this discussion before. I prefer to start a business than going to school." Enola said, "But you have already started a business. Aside from helping your father and me, you fry and sell akara every morning, and then in the evening, you hawk bananas and groundnuts. What else do you want?" Enola's mother asked. Mama, that one is not a business, oh. My plan is to save up the small money I make from selling akara and bananas. Then after I have gathered enough, I will open my own fabric shop like Iya Ebun." Enola said, "That's a good thing, my daughter. I love that you are always thinking of how to help yourself. But why don't you do this after you complete your secondary school education? Once you do that, you will have all the time in the world to pursue and open any kind of business you want." Eniola's mother said. Don't forget that your mates are in school and they are learning every day. I really want you to be educated so you can feel proud whenever you are in the midst of important people. Eniola's mother added, Mama, let them learn if that's what they want. Are you not the same person who told me that everyone has their unique path in life? This is my own path and I'm happy with it, Eniola said. So, there is nothing I can say to convince you to change your mind? Eniola's mother asked. Yes, Mama. I have already made up my mind. This is what I want, and I'm sure the gods will bless me, Eniola answered. It's okay. If you say that you do not want to continue your education, that's fine. After all, even in our village, there are men and women who never went to school, and they are very successful today. They are also well respected by the villagers, and you even know some of them, Eniola's mother said. Hey, Mama! Now you're talking! Please, you and Papa should just let me do what I want, and I promise to make you all proud, Eniola said. It's okay, my daughter. I will talk to your father, and I know he will support you, Eniola's mother said. With that, she left Eniola's room. That night, after Eniola's mother left her room, Enola came up with one more business idea, which she started the following week. The idea was to sell firewood in front of her father's house. Enola knew that most of the villagers barely had time to go into the forests to find firewood. So, Enola would go into the forest and gather as much firewood as she could, then tie and sell it in different proportions and prices. Luckily for Enola, her firewood business did well and she made a lot of profit from it. Sometimes, some people would even pay her to bring the firewood to their houses, and she would do that. One day, while Enola was delivering firewood to a wealthy woman's house, she overheard the woman complaining about not having the time to travel to Isoko village to buy her goods. The woman, Iyagbenga, was a businesswoman who had one of the biggest fabric shops in their village. As soon as Enola heard Iyagbenga's complaints, she had an idea, which she told Iyagbenga about. Good afternoon, ma'am, Enola greeted Iyagbenga. I have brought the firewood you told me to, Enola added. Oh, thank you so much, my daughter. How much is everything? Iyagbenga asked. It's 20 cowries, ma'am, Enola said. Okay, I will give you 25 cowries. You are a very hardworking girl. Use the remaining 5 to buy whatever you want, Iyagbenga said, and Enola thanked her. Ma'am, Enola stuttered. What is it, my dear? Iyagbenga asked. I overheard you complaining about not having the time to travel to Isoko village to buy some goods. Enola summoned the courage. Oh, you heard that? Iyagbenga asked, and Enola nodded. My daughter, it's true that I don't have the time. I thought I would be free this week, but business has been keeping me busy. My problem now is, you know Bimbo, Chief Ade's daughter, is getting married, and I have been asked to supply her ashoebi, and I don't know if I can do that, Iyagbenga said. Ma, tell them you can do it. If you want, I can help you travel to Isoko village to buy the fabrics. Then you pay me, Enola said confidently. Can you do that for me? Iyagbenga asked. That one is a small thing. I can even leave tomorrow. You just need to give me the fabric sample and the money, and I will go to Isoko village and get them for you, Enola said. But Isoko village is far. How many days will it take you to get there? Iyagbenga asked. Ma'am, do not mind that I have a small body. I am very strong, and I can go to Isoko and return in 1 week, Enola said. But it takes an average traveler 10 to 12 days to go to Isoko and return. How do you plan on doing that in 7 days? Iyagbenga asked. Don't worry, ma'am. Let me take care of that. I promise not to disappoint you, Enola said. It's okay, Enola. I trust you. You are one of the most hardworking and responsible girls in this village. Come back tomorrow morning for the money and fabric sample, Iyagbenga said. As soon as Enola heard that, she jumped up excitedly and thanked Iyagbenga for giving her the opportunity. That evening, Enola didn't bother to hawk her bananas and groundnut as usual. She went straight home and told her mother about her new business opportunity. Enola, you have not been to Isoko village before. It takes about 10 to 13 days to go there and return home. You know you have to climb up the mountain, and it's not as easy as it sounds. Are you sure you can do this in 7 days? Enola's mother asked in concern. Yes, Mama, I can. Once I get the money from Iyagbenga very early tomorrow morning, I will follow the other traders and we will live together, Enola said. But on our journey, if I realize that they are slowing me down, I will carry on by myself, Enola added. Look, my daughter, things like this are not things you rush. Even if you tell Iyagbenga to add 3 more days for you, I'm sure she will, Enola's mother said. No, Mama. It will look like I'm not serious, Enola said. Don't worry. You will even be shocked that I will return in 7 days. Enola bragged mildly. Okay, one more thing. No matter what happens, do not go to the Isoko market at night. Non-indigens are forbidden to enter the Isoko market at night. You know their tradition, and you do not want to find out what will happen if you disobey them, Enola's mother warned Enola. Mama! Don't tell me you believe in that myth. Enola laughed. Where have you ever heard that the dead come out to communicate with the living? I think those Isoko people are just being smart. Don't you know that they sell cheaper things at night for their indigens, then sell the expensive ones to outsiders during the day? Then they tell us that story to scare us, Enola said. Enola! It is better that you respect other people's traditions. If the Isoko people say they do not want outsiders at their market at night, then you must obey them. It doesn't matter whether they are lying to you, Enola's mother said. Okay, Mama, I have heard you. Let me go and pack the things I will need for my journey, Enola said before leaving her mother. When Enola told her mother she had heard her warnings concerning the Isoko night market, it didn't mean she would stay away from the market. Enola had already planned to buy most of her things from the Isoko night market, which was why she was confident that she would go to Isoko and return in 7 days. The following morning, as soon as the first cock crowed, Enola went to Iyagbenga's house and she collected enough money for the fabrics. Iyagbenga promised to pay Enola 200 cowries if she returned in 7 days as she had said, and she even gave her 100 cowries in advance. When Enola received the half payment, she could not believe she could make so much money from just shopping for Iyagbenga. From Enola's normal business of frying akara, selling bananas, and selling firewood, it would take her about a month to make a profit of 100 cowries. So, when Iyagbenga promised to pay her an additional 100 cowries, she was very motivated. Later that morning, Enola followed the other traders to Isoko village. Traveling to Isoko village took 3 days by foot, and climbing up the mountain took 1 to 2 days, depending on how fast the person walked. Then, depending on what you wanted to buy, it would take 1 to 2 days to shop at the Isoko market. Enola planned to get to Isoko in 2.5 days, shop at their market from morning to night, and then return to her village on time. Oh, you guys are walking slowly. No wonder it takes you 5 days to reach Isoko village, Enola said to the other traders. Enola, the journey to Isoko village is very far. And you don't need to use up all of your energy. One of the elderly traders told Enola. But if we walked faster, we could be in Isoko in at least 3 days. Enola said, My daughter, why are you in a hurry? Everyone knows that it takes 10 to 12 days to go to Isoko and return home. Another trader said, That's what everyone keeps telling me. Enola said, But I can prove to you all that I can go to Isoko and return in 7 days. Enola said, We would like to see that. Some of the traders said, then they burst into laughter. When Enola saw that the other traders were laughing at her, she got mad and separated from them. You all will see. I will go to Isoko village and return in 7 days. And I will shop at the night market and nothing will happen to me. Enola murmured as she walked away from them. Little did Enola know that her decision to shop at the night market of Isoko would be her greatest life mistake. Watch out for part 2. Did you enjoy this story? Tell us your favorite part in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to follow our channel on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.